Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Bengt. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the importance of keeping on pushing forward, not turning back, not quitting, not giving up on things, dealing with the challenges of life, facing them head on and not folding under pressure, not running back to your comfort zone or to safety, and really just being a man that stands up for what he needs to do and handles his shit. So today was one of those days for me where it feels like, it's just like one problem after another. I feel like I'm playing It's a Fireman day. I'm just putting out fires, you know what I mean? Like, there's little things popping up all over, with my business, with my personal life, just stuff going on, and it's like, dealing with handling other people's needs, making sure they're taken care of, they're good, and then also handling my business. And it's like, we've got clients that are having some issues with their website. We've got, some ad campaigns that are, having issues, and it's like just, things going on that are like, all right, I gotta put that fire out, and just dealing with it. And when I woke up this morning and I saw these like 3 or 4 different things all just like kind of blowing up in my face, it kind of makes you want to just like, it makes you question, like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, it's stressful. I'm not gonna lie, it's really, really hard. And obviously I'm a business owner. I work for myself. I'm self-employed. I run a marketing agency, and it's hard as fuck. It's super hard, but it's also very rewarding. And the things that hopefully in the future it'll be able to do for my life is going to be amazing. But for the time being, it's like, to get a business started, to get a business off the ground. Now, I've run businesses in the past, 6-figure businesses, stuff like that, and I know what it's like. I know the grind, I know the pain, I know the struggle, I know the amount of time and the commitment that it takes to start a business, to commit to a business, to get it off the ground and get it going. And that can be applied to many other aspects of life. I feel like if you're, my phone was just about to die. Anyways, that can be applied to many different aspects of life, whether you're trying to build a relationship, trying to build a career, a family, like anything, you build your body, going to the gym, whatever it is. There are going to be times inevitably where things get hard, probably really hard. And if you don't have the skill set, if you don't have the stress tolerance, if you don't have the mental capacity to deal with those problems as they arise, or to deal with those challenging times, because let me tell you this, in my experience with life and with business, both of them together, this is the same. When it rains, it pours. When you have one problem, you have 5 problems. But it also goes the same for when good things are happening. When it rains, it pours. When blessings are coming, you get 2 or 3 at a time. When there's a shit storm and there's stuff going on that's like challenging or hard or difficult, everything falls apart at once. So, understand that, there's a rainbow after the storm. You know what I mean? The sun comes out and shines brighter after a rainy day. And that's the mindset that I've seen that same pattern so many times in life, where it's really something that I condition myself to think now, where it's like, okay, when I am having a really hard time, when things are getting difficult for me, when challenges and problems are arising, I take a deep breath and I remember that, okay, this is hard right now, but it only means that there's blessings coming around the way. They're just around the corner. A couple days, couple weeks, who knows? But all I know is that if I stick this out long enough, I will be in a position to receive those blessings and the good times that are coming, the sun that's going to come out after this storm passes. So that's one thing that you can think about when you've got problems and you've got issues that are coming up in your life, is understand that, for one, all will pass in due time. This too shall pass. And also that there's, brighter, more positive things probably waiting for you on the other side. But while you're in that storm, it's very, very important to remember the importance of not quitting, not turning back, and having the mental fortitude to keep pushing. I've been there, I've felt this before, where things get really hard with business and it's like, fuck, dude, maybe I should just quit and like go back and get another job, like, and have the safety and the security and just show up and work. But I know that I'd be unsatisfied. I know that I wouldn't be content with that. I know that I would, deep down in my fucking soul, know that I'm not performing at my maximum capacity. And that's another thing I talked about this in a previous video. I'm reading this book by David Dita called The Way of the Superior Man. And in that book, he describes how in order for a man to feel fulfilled and feel like he's truthfully attacking his purpose, he needs to be operating on the edge. And by on the edge, it basically means at the upper limits of your capabilities, whether it be physically, whether it be mentally, like the amount of stress and the load that you can bear within your life and manage. And, you know, I'm a very extreme person. So when I go and do something, I'm all in. And also, when I decide something's not for me, I drop it like it's hot. And I'm done and I'm moving on to the next thing. So for me, it's very hard to find the fine line, to find the happy place where I'm pushing past my edge, operating at a little bit above maximum capacity, and that's like the maximum level of productivity, of output, of activity that's sustainable for a medium to long term. Now, I tend to operate, or in the past have operated in like spurts, where I go absolutely, manic for a period of time, get a ton of shit done. I'm like balls to the wall, don't sleep for like 2-3 days, just go all in, and I'm literally only focused on getting my goals done. And that's awesome. And I get a lot of things done. However, the burnout that follows that is almost offsets the productivity that was accomplished during that period of time. And that's something that has affected my life in kind of a negative way, because it doesn't allow you to build up any sustainability. It doesn't allow you to keep a pattern, to keep systems, to keep habits and rituals in place. It's hard when you can't be consistent with something. The best way to see long-term success is make 1 or 2% improvements every day, to do the small little things every single day. Now, if you get to a point where you're like, holy shit, there's a million things I need to do, and you just try and take them all on at once and don't sleep for 2 days like I would do, then for the next 2 or 3 days you're burnt out, and you just enter this perpetual cycle in this really, toxic kind of circadian biorhythm, whatever you want to call it, of like manic depressive phases where you're just kind of going absolute AWOL for a couple of weeks, and then you're just like slumping, you're exhausted, and you can't like even think. You just need to like stay in bed for a day or two to like recover, because the mental, the physical, and emotional stress and pressure that you put on yourself was too much, and it was unsustainable to keep that going for a long period of time. So I think it's very important for you and for myself and for men just in general to test their limits, to operate on that edge. And that's really where you get to find that place where you can embrace these problems that are coming into your life, but handling them is fulfilling. You don't feel as though you're being burdened and burning out, and it gives you just that right amount of challenge in your life to stay motivated, to feel like you're making progress. Because if you're comfortable, if there aren't problems in your life, chances are you're probably not doing enough, right? Like if you're living a great life, you have no issues, and this could be applied to business as well. If your business is running smoothly, if there's nothing that is going wrong, you're either like a god at management, and you've got incredibly powerful systems and processes in place to handle all of that. But realistically, chances are, if you're not putting stress on those systems, if you're not testing the capacity of those systems, you're not really growing or expanding very much either. So, if you want to go to the gym, if you want to get, in really good shape, there's going to be times where it causes problems and where it's uncomfortable. If you want to build a business for yourself, there's going to be times where it's uncomfortable and where things are really hard and you want to absolutely quit and just like not do it. There's going to be days where you don't feel like going to the gym. It's inevitable. But the thing is, you need to just have the mental discipline to push through that. The goals that you set for yourself, the benchmarks, the visualizations that you have of where you want to be, those are the things that you need to hold on to. And those are the things that you need to have crystal clear in your mind and written out when those problem times do arise, because, it's going to be really, really difficult for you to not want to instantly lean back into that safety net. Like, naturally, as human beings, we try to avoid dealing with problems. We try to avoid stress. It's a natural mechanic that's like built into our bodies and our DNA, right? Like, our bodies don't want us to be uncomfortable for long periods of time. So you really have to mentally take control in order to push through that and kind of override that at times, because there are literally going to be periods of your life where everything inside of you is screaming at you to just stop, to quit, to go back, to ease into safety, to feel comfortable, to feel relaxed, just to take off the edge. But again, a man that wants to explore and find and discover and be fulfilled in his true purpose needs to be operating at or a little bit above that edge, ideally a little bit above. And it's not going to be easy. So yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. That's my little rant today. I've been going through a crazy amount of shit, just made me think about this, and hopefully there's someone out there that's watching this that can relate. So again, just to kind of recap, make sure that as a man, if you want to fulfill your purpose, you're operating at the edge of your tolerance for stress, for output, for capabilities, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Also, avoid falling back, avoid taking steps back at all costs. You came too far to go back now. If there's anything else that you take away from this video, just have it be that. You came too far to go back now. You made choices. At one point you were motivated. At one point you wanted to pursue this thing, pursue this body, pursue this business, pursue this career, whatever it is in life, right? At one point or another, you felt so motivated that you started making actions. You started taking actions to make that thing a reality. And then you realized, oh shit, it's gonna be harder than I thought. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Don't turn back. Don't lean into safety. Don't jump into the safety net. Don't go back into your comfort zone. Don't retreat. Stay on the fucking offensive. Stay pushing forward. Stay getting it done. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Push through it. Ignore the pain. Learn from it. Feel it, but let it motivate you. And that's what I gotta say. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Keep pushing. Keep pursuing your purpose. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.